The morning of the 5th of August 2021. I'm meteorologist Robert Speta. Be sure to check out the Patreon down below if you like these updates. Been getting some new graphics in here. And, they do take some time putting together, and they also cost a little bit of money. But follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and at westpacificweather.com for intermediate updates between these videos, because sometimes we do have some updates here, of course, and latest has been Lupit, named by the Japan Meteorological Agency. This storm system going to be tracking off towards the north and east, bring some rainfall there across southeastern China. Then we have another area towards the south of Okinawa, a tropical depression, but very well could be named in the next 24 hours as it moves over the island off there towards the Amami Islands, and several tropical depressions south and east of Tokyo. Now, I know I say the south and east of Tokyo, and you might be thinking, oh, impacts on the Olympics. Actually, this guy right here could have the higher impacts on the Olympics as we go ahead into the weekend and into the early part of next week. I showed this graphic really quick here. Still getting used to my clicker, so sometimes it bounces back and forth, so bear with me. But wind shear, this is what it's showing here, about 15 to 20 knots over our area here and here. This combined with the fact there are so many systems is going to keep these systems kind of weak. One, several low pressure areas real close to each other. It kind of spreads out the energy, so you don't get one deep low and all the energy consolidating. The other thing is that shear kind of knocking off the top, so the engine for these tropical systems is not there either. And you can see that here on visible satellite imagery, our area just towards south and east of Hong Kong. Really, center of circulation is right there. You can see the bulk of that convection. And then there's Okinawa, center of circulation with this guy's right here. But all that inflow and moisture is wrapping into it, but it's just not getting quite around. The shear is acting on it. Now, this guy, it could spin up a little bit, and as it moves towards the north, it might move into some more favorable areas. So we could be looking at a stronger tropical storm, but I still really highly doubt we're going to see a typhoon here. At the very least, though, messy weather for Tokyo as we go ahead. This is actually on the evening of the 8th. That's showing 55 knots there around the Izu Peninsula over towards Chiba Prefecture. Definitely, for sure, across the Izu Islands, including like Oshima and Nijima as well. Thing is, though, like I said, any other time, it'd be a tropical storm. Yeah, Tokyo, you get ready. But the Olympics, I think that's going to bring some messy weather yet again out there. For now, though, it is impacting Okinawa, Honto, and there has been some gusty conditions. In fact, just take a look at this. In Yorama, 40 miles per hour. Kunigami, about 48 mile per hour gust has been reported. Naturally, the winds on the eastern seaboard are a little bit less than, Kumijima, gusting up to about 45 kilometers per hour. It's because the center of circulation right about here. So the winds are wrapping around and hitting that east coast. Now, the winds will start to change, though, as we go ahead into Friday. Get to that in a second. Let's talk about JTWC's forecast. There we got our system that is basically, ooh, how about that? There's a JTWC's forecast, and here's Lupit moving off towards the north and east. Will bring those scattered showers along to southeastern China. All right, let's talk about our forecast back here for Okinawa. And of course, you can keep an eye on our other system moving on shore here. But for Okinawa, winds are coming in from the south. They are going to be really gusting here on Thursday. Like I mentioned, up towards about 80 kilometers per hour is possible with those gusts. That's gusts up to about 50, 55 miles per hour. As opposed further towards the north, though, those winds will be wrapping around. On the drier side, the conditions could be improving by Friday afternoon, but you're still going to be looking at those windy conditions around American Town over towards Naha as that breezy weather continues to kick in. So, despite the fact it is pulling away, you still have those persistent winds that are going to be following it and tailing in behind it. Not as bad as Infa, but still pretty persistent as you go ahead through Friday and even into Saturday as that starts to move further towards the north and east. So definitely want to keep a very close eye on this one over the coming days. Here's one more look at it. There you go. There you got your system pulling off towards the north, and eventually it's going to move towards north and east. There's that other minor tropical depression. It's going to start to follow in behind it, and not to mention Lupit, just kind of sitting there bringing plenty of rainfall across southeastern China. So our local forecast for Naha, here you go. All right, winds gusting up to 80 kilometers per hour. Steady rain showers today. Going out into tomorrow, rain at times with those winds still breezy. Temperatures a little bit warmer as that sun starts to break back out. But I think today and tomorrow, beware of that surf. That dangerous rip currents as those winds come in from the south and east. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the bigger picture, though, because, of course, We want to watch what's happening in Naha here, but the bigger picture is kind of important because you got your minor tropical depressions there. You got our tropical depression here that's being warmed on, probably going to become a tropical storm soon. You got Lupit here, which can bring plenty of rainfall across southeastern China. And then you got the Philippines. Guess what, Philippines? You're not getting hit directly, but you're still going to have that inflow, mainly across northwestern Luzon, extending on towards Manila. Some areas in the next 3 days could see as much as 50 to 100 millimeters. Now, it's not nearly as heavy as last week, but still, the pattern is going to remain in place. Those afternoon showers very well could be kicking up. The Cagayan Valley, and then from Manila south, though, remaining relatively dry. This is a northern areas problem here as we look ahead, and plus those breezy conditions along the coast. By Saturday, I think some areas could get as much as 30 to 50 kilometer per hour wind gust. All right, here's 3-day outlook looking across Bangkok, still on the hot side. Today in the Manila Thunder with those southwesterly winds. Now by Saturday, still going to be looking at that wind as well. I know it says little wind. I think it's going to be a little pretty gusty. Taipei, also some moderate showers for today and tomorrow as that system starts to blow in some moisture. And of course, windy today there in the Naha. While Tokyo's on the hot side, that's been a big issue for the Olympics. All right. This is from Mike here. Thank you very much, Mike, for sharing this out of Laguna in the Philippines. Absolutely beautiful shot. The clouds there. If you guys ever want to share some photos with me, check out Robert Speta Weather on Facebook. You can send me images there. I'll try to get them on the show. Also got a new background here. Lex has been hooking me up with some of this stuff. Ooh, I want to show you the main points. Lupit named near west of Taiwan. That storm near Okinawa is still there. And of course, northern Luzon, we have those showers in place. All right, once again, check out the Patreon, please. These are everybody who has been donating, especially the people near the top of the list. You guys are super legends because you have been donating since I started this back in March and April. It means so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. So thank you so much. I'm still getting a handle of this, and actually the 4th time I've recorded this video because I keep on hitting the wrong buttons on the clicker, and then it starts looking crazy. I try to make it a smooth, easy to understand update for you guys. And when I get more graphics in here and everything kind of gets put together, because right now this is a hybrid of the new and old graphics, when all the new stuff is in, it's going to be very, very slick. That's all possible from you guys here on Patreon. So thank you very much. Anyways, that is all for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay safe out there.